So full. Oh my gosh. Man, every freaking bra I put on a couple bras today, and every single one of them is just uncomfortable. What the hell? Why? Trying to get to the top of my loose feet. Hello, how are you? Boop. We are sharing and we are sharing. Hello. Hello, everybody. We are sharing. Hello, Donna. Absolutely. Come in and be distracted. Absolutely. Sharing. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, Miss Chandra. How are you? Hello. Hello. I hope everybody had a good day today. I know some of you did not, and I'm sorry that you're having a rough day. Come in and have some good energy. Hi, Tracy. Oh, yes, I just tried to share to your group. Hi, Glady. Hi, Christine. Spread the love. Thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate you. How is everybody? Oh my gosh. How is everybody? Hi, Johnny. Jessica, come on in. Come on. I got in trouble for chewing gum last time I was live, so I'm not going to chew gum. Who's this? Dakota, is this you? I never know who the... Jack, I said no. You're not going in that closet. No, you're not. No, sir. Go lay down. He saw me open the door, and now he thinks he needs to go in there. And I said, no, you don't. Tina, hello. Yes, I had some lady, as soon as my live was over, some lady watched it and she was complaining about me chewing gum, that I was snapping gum and it was distasteful. And I'm like, well, I had dinner breath and I didn't want dinner breath. But anyways, I tell you, Glady, it's only because I opened the door. He hasn't bothered with it all day, but now that I open the door, he's scratching at it and he wants to get in there. But last time, I didn't know he was in there, and it woke me up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because he was crying and he was in the closet. So we're not going in there anymore. Finally, starting to feel human again. Oh, good, Sheldon. Did you get some antibiotics? I hope you did. So how's everybody tonight? Look, this is what we're going to do. Way back in the golden olden days when I started doing live streams, I was doing readings in a group before I started doing live streams. So I started doing live streams in 2018. And back then I could do them on Facebook without, they said it was viral. I don't believe them. I could do it on Facebook, and I could bring somebody on screen with me. And then they stopped allowing that. So then I went and got on StreamYard, which is where I'm broadcasting from right now. So I'm on StreamYard, and when you pay for a StreamYard subscription, there's different levels of subscription you can get. But anyways, I pay to bring a lot of people on the screen with me. Now, I don't use that option. But the day before yesterday, I was sitting here and I was thinking I really want to do something different. just spice things up a little bit because I have a lot of Aries in my chart and I don't like monotony and the same old, same old. So I said, well, what can I do? So I decided that this is what we are going to. Oh, they didn't do it for a long time, Chandra. I know that you're allowed to do it now. They brought it back because everybody started using streaming services outside of Facebook, and that's why they brought it back. But I haven't used it except like maybe once or twice with Ash. But anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to have you come on screen with me, and we'll do the reading that way with you on screen. We can do spirit messages, we can do health scans, we can do future clairvoyant readings, we can do whatever you like. The readings are going to be $25 tonight, and there's a process. So what you need to do if you want to be on screen, obviously go fix your face. You want to look nice. I didn't do much with my face. This is the face I woke up with this morning. Actually, I trimmed my eyebrows up a little bit because they were getting a little fuzzy underneath. But other than that, this is the face I woke up with today. Anyway, where was I? So you go and you make your $25 donation for your reading. And then we will do an on-screen reading. Happy birthday, Billy Joe. Happy birthday. We're not doing cards right now, Gina. You're not paying attention. We're doing on-screen readings. So if you want to be part of my live stream tonight and you would like the world to see your beautiful face, by all means, send a donation of $25 and we will do that. Now, after you send your $25 donation, there's a link at the bottom of the description box, and that is to join the live stream. Now, you have to open that with Google Chrome. So if you don't have Google Chrome browser, then this is going to be a big pain in the butt for you, and you would have to download Google Chrome. But that's how you do it, because they use your Gmail to put you in. But that's what we're doing tonight. So anyways, I hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday weekend. Happy almost Labor Day to you. Unless you are in Australia, then you already are at Labor Day. I hope everybody has had a wonderful weekend. It's been extremely hot in South Dakota. Today it was 102, and I don't understand it. I thought the summer was short, and I thought that, I made some assumptions. I'm not going to lie. Okay, Dakota, Sean, says that he opened the link using the Safari browser earlier today. So you can use Google or Safari. That's wonderful. Are you taking donations for readings? Please read the description box. Father's Day. Oh, how wonderful. Happy Father's Day to everybody in Australia. Oh, they do have a lot of energy, don't they? I know how that is, Glady. I have an 11-year-old. She's going to be, Emma's going to be 12 next month. And what we did last year was we posted our address because we had a P.O. box, but we don't have a P.O. box anymore. So we are not going to post our address for everyone to send her a birthday card. We're not doing that. Oh, gosh. Dying, Birdie. Oh, Janet. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Hi, Crystal. Oh, my. Happy birthday to you, Miss Billy Joe Ellis. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Everybody tell Billy Joe happy birthday. How sweet. 49, the big 49. From what I understand, it was also gorgeous in Wisconsin, and I'm very jealous. Went through your tips from last night. Yeah, absolutely. Super hot. Oh, my. Hello, Miss Sherry Lee. How are you? If you do decide you want to join the broadcast, please let me know in the comments that you are sending the donation and getting yourself ready for that. But like I said, if you want to have an on-screen psychic reading tonight, you need to have earbuds because sometimes there's a lot of distortion or feedback. And you need to open it with Safari. Open the link in the description box with Safari or with Google Chrome, and it's going to bring you. It's going to bring you backstage, and you wait there for me to click on your face and bring you on. So that's how it's going to work tonight. And I'm very excited because I haven't done readings like that in such a long time. I mean, it's so much faster that way, honestly, because I don't have to wait for the lag for the responses and all of that fun stuff. Your earbuds don't connect to your desktop. Ah, oh, dang, Sheldon. It's gone down to 82. Oh, that's nice. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you did. I brought my daughter to Perkins Diner. I don't know if it's called diner or restaurant. We went to Perkins for brunch today and we had pancakes and eggs. Who's making me itchy? Woo! You only connect to my phone. That's crazy. Yeah. If you're feeling under the weather, though, Sheldon, maybe we should wait for you to join us. Just saying. Birdie, I thought it was you. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was you. I did. I thought it was you because I had just looked at your name. I didn't want to call you out, though, but if you're going to admit it. Yes, we do PayPal. We do. We absolutely do PayPal. The information's in the description box of the video. You could just click on my face and it'll show you. My shirt's crooked. My goodness. I'm a hot mess today. I had to change my bra. Hey, James, how's it going? Hey, no one need to know reading about me. Well, all right then. We'll keep that to ourselves. We'll just keep that to ourselves. How you been, man? Everything good in the snake neighborhood? Hello, Linda. Okay, Birdie, let's see what's happening. I'm excited. Right on, right on. Are you going to Arlington next weekend, James? That's next weekend, right? I will not be in Arlington this year. Well, if your head's itching, maybe it's me. My fingertip smells like onions because I picked them off of my dinner salad. I do not like raw onions, and that is disgusting. It might mean that you need to change your soap. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not sure what that means, actually, if you've got itches all over the place. Truly don't know. Hi, Abby. Are you going to say hello? My glasses are not worth wearing at the moment. I mean, I don't know. My hair is I'm a mess today, but that's okay. I don't care. I don't care that I'm a mess today. I'm hilarious. Yes. So funny. I'm just the funniest thing ever in the world. So. Oh, because you just washed your hair. I got you. Hi, Pat. How is everybody? I tell you what, I got some major downloads. Um, I am Sherry seconds that opinion. It must be true if two people think it. Two of y'all think I'm funny, so I must be doing something right. It's that dry Capricorn humor, sneak up on you and pinch you in the butt. But anyway, I had some major downloads of information last night. I know because I spent the first part of my morning processing a lot of it. And it's interesting because so many things are coming together for me. Dots are being connected, and it's just it's pointing more and more to the fact that I really need to write it all down in a book, and I really need to share with y'all the information that I receive. And I've seen other spiritual people, publish books about what the information they're getting, and it's true and it's valid. And so I've known for 5 years that I have to write a book, but I am a procrastinator out of fear because I am not a writer. I'm not a writer, and I don't know anything about writing books. And so I haven't done it because I'm not confident in that area. But as I saw this morning, funny enough, on our Facebook reel, somebody was talking about people don't do things that they're bad at. And that's true. And I can't say that I'm bad at writing. I can just say that I'm not good at it. And I'm not good at it because I don't spend a lot of time doing it. And I don't spend a lot of time doing it because everything is so sometimes jumbled in my head. But truly, if you want to be good at something, you have to persist through the horrible feelings of not being good at it, right? Like that's how you get good at things. You just push through it. And just like, well, I'm not so great at it today. Maybe I'll be a little bit better tomorrow, right? Maybe tomorrow, I can write 2 sentences and uh, they won't sound horrible. Part of the half sad, half cap, because seriously, yeah, it's a hard knock life, I tell you what. And it's hard because as a Capricorn, I want to be the best at everything I do. It just, and it's not a sense of competition. I don't want to be better than other people. I just want to be the best that I can be at it. That's all. I just want to know that I just want to know in myself that I'm good at it. You know what I mean? And so, uh, you might surprise yourself and write a great, yeah, it's true. But I get so much information about, and I just have a hard time explaining it in words, and that's part of the problem too, because what I'm seeing is like non-physical and theoretical and metaphysical, and I'm just seeing all this information, geometrical information, and how everything connects together, and it's just really hard to express in words. And so I thought to myself, well, maybe I'll get a whiteboard. I thought this morning. I was like, maybe I'll get a whiteboard and I'll just try to draw what I'm receiving, what I'm seeing in my mind. And so that I thought about that this morning. So I have to order one. I have to buy one. And of course, spiritual ADHD being in 2 different places, presently 2 different places at the same time, which is all really ADHD is being just hyperactive in timelines. There's nothing wrong with it. Honestly, you just need to learn how to focus to one specific stream of consciousness. But I digress because I forgot what I was talking about already. Where I'm back here, honeycombs. Yes. So there's a lot of information that I'm receiving, and honeycombs are sticking in my head because they're very, very extremely relevant as far as life and creation and it, I can't even explain it. 6 degrees of separation is important. So there's a lot of information, and I have to tie it all together and write it down and hopes that it's understandable. You want it to be palatable. You want it to be, you want people to be able to digest it and absorb it and eat that shit up. I want people to read it and just want to know more about it. I want to awaken a thirst inside of you for more, right? So that's a lot of pressure I put on myself for a book. It's probably why I haven't done it yet. But anyway, enough about me. How are you? What do you have on your agenda that you have not started yet? What have you been procrastinating doing? What project or What have you been pulled to, but you haven't started yet because of what, some type of fear? Tell me about it in the comments. Let me see what's going on with you. Hey, Lana, that's okay. I just, it's interesting to me just the ways things. There's just slow down, just relax. There's so many synchronicities. There's so many parallels and alignment checkpoints, and there's just so many. When you start seeing all of it, it really, the information that you receive every day just becomes so overwhelming, and it's just, it's like I'm constantly trying to stop my forward momentum so that I can just absorb everything that I'm receiving, if that makes sense. And there are some people who are just like, you work too much. I'm like, honestly, I'm not working. I'm thinking most of the time. And I'm thinking and thinking and thinking. Um, Starting a new hobby, you've been procrastinating that. Do you worry that you won't be good at it? Cleaning the basement. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big task, right? It's a whole basement down there. Ah, I'm throwing her away. Does that make sense? Absolutely, Debbie. I totally understand that. But also, you need to think about, let's think about half of the things that you own right now. Do you think that your dish set, do you think that you would be upset if you passed away and one of your children gave your dish set to somebody who needed it or donated it to like Salvation Army? Would you be upset if they didn't keep your dishes, or would you be upset if they didn't keep the recliner that you sat in all the time? Would that make you upset if they already had recliners? Like, you have to think of it in that respect. Just because they were things that your grandmother physically valued when she was alive doesn't necessarily mean that she wants you to keep all that. It's enough that you feel love for her, and maybe a couple of small pieces that have sentimental value to you as well. So you have that shared connection in that item, in that article, in that thing, right? No, you won't sell your stuff. Then why are you're afraid that you won't sell your stuff? Oh, Lana wants to sew a quilt. Lana, I have a friend on my friends list that is actually is an she's an amazing quiltress, and her name is Maggie Wellens, Wellens. And she's a beautiful woman. She's a friend of mine's mom, and I recently met her when I went to Wisconsin. And so I would love for you to send her a friend request and tell her that you want to learn how to sew a quilt, because she makes absolutely gorgeous quilts, and I'm sure she would be willing to give you some pointers. You just tell her I sent you, okay? Hi, Becky. Hello, Penny. How are you? Christine says she's doing the same thing that you are, Debbie. She's got a basement full of her mother's things. Does that make sense to both of y'all? Why don't you try to go through and just look and see what do you feel sentimental about? Really, because those things belong to you now. Your mom has passed from the physical plane. She can't take possession of anything physical. Nothing truly belongs to you. Nothing truly belongs to you ever, except love, right? And you have that in your heart, and it never disappears. Yes, her name is Maggie Wellens, Wellens. Hi, Mari. How are you? That's right. Elspeth says sometimes when you donate or sell something, you make someone else's dream come true or replace a memory that they tragically lost. Look, I can agree with that 100%. Before I moved, I left my furniture that I just never really liked, that I had gotten out of necessity. And I saw a woman post that she was wanting to get to where to post her mother-in-law's things, because her mother-in-law passed away, and she had made like a whole suite in her house for her, but it turns out that her mother-in-law never actually got to stay there. um, and it was all like brand new furniture, and I said, well, I'll take it. because, I didn't want mine anymore. So I did that, and it's beautiful furniture, and I absolutely adore it. And I sit in her chair every single morning, and I drink my coffee, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have it because it's a very comfortable chair, you know. Am I from Wisconsin? No, my love, I am not. I recently went to Wisconsin to do some shows, some readings, and I have a lot of friends and a lot of people that I love are in Wisconsin. Penny says she's doing better today. Been going through your mom's stuff and it was too much. You had a hard few days. I can understand that. I can understand. And I know it's still very recent with you. It's only been like a month, right? Since your mom passed away. Very, very recent. Penny, has your shoulder been acting up? Have you been having a lot of pain? Because as soon as I read your comment, I started getting pain in this muscle in my shoulder. Are you doing okay? Physically? Are you doing okay? Physically? Oh, which way are you to Wisconsin? Are you in Minnesota or are you in Illinois or Iowa? Where are you at? Because I was in all of those states just a month ago. Hi, Kelly. How are you? If you guys would rather we just talk about spiritual stuff, I'm all about that. If you have questions about spirituality, if you have questions about why you're here, if you have questions about what things mean, what my advice would be as far as spiritual aspects, by all means ask. I'm feeling very generous. My heart is open today. You have Debbie has shoulder issues. Oh, you're in Illinois. Well, Debbie, I went through Illinois. I probably went right by you because I went down to Sycamore to visit my good friend Tawny. 2 months. Yeah, that's where I'm feeling it. And there is, I don't think there's anyone on the list yet, Sean, because we're doing on-screen readings. On-screen readings. Donna, that's not true. I wish it were true. I wish it were true. In some respects, she says your heart is always wide open. In a way, my heart is always open for all of you platonically. But I am extremely guarded because of everything that I experienced with Travis and my toxic relationship. I've got 4 years of emotional and mental um, abuse, really, that I'm taking ownership of. That I put myself in that situation and kept myself in that situation, and I'm processing that, learning to forgive myself so that my heart can be open. Um, and today I feel like my heart is open because sometimes you just got to take a chance, right? 15 minutes from Great America? I think so. What's that one road that goes south from Wisconsin to past Chicago? What is that? It's not 35. Maybe it is 35. No, 25? I don't know which one it is. Do I plan on touring around? Oh gosh, thank you for reminding me, Chelsea. Lord have mercy. I actually was thinking about this just the other day. Now that I've done some shows in Wisconsin and they were so amazing, and I'm super, super grateful to be able to do that. Yes, I've been very guarded, Penny. And it just took one really, anyway. What was I saying? Kelly, I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to write your name down so I don't forget. Nobody wants to come on screen with me? That's okay. We'll do this instead. I don't care. It makes me happy. I was thinking about that just the other day about touring in other states. Now that I've done Wisconsin, I was going to make a post and ask people what towns they would like me to come to. Okay, and if I can get enough people in one state, in one area, I will come and do private readings or private group readings. I don't know about a big, huge event again, because that uh, really took the stuffing out of me. But if I can get a good enough deal on a location to do a large event, then I will. But I can't do an expensive place where it's going to take that, like, it'll just pay for my whole trip and then there won't be anything extra. Like, I have to be able to pay for stuff. You know what I mean? Uh, but yes, absolutely. If you want, there's many roads. The highway is too net. Which one was it? I think it was 294 and 94. I think that's the one that I was. Yeah, that's the one. That sounds right. I was following GPS, Debbie. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, Colleen. How are you? Pittsburgh. I can tell you right now, I'm probably not coming during the winter, 100%. So, if there are a lot of people who want me to come up north, then I can do that. Right, Beth, and I would need somebody in the area to, like, make a suggestion, and because I'm not familiar with things in the area. You know what I mean? So if someone is willing to help me organize uh, an event in their area, reach out to me and we'll get that set up. But I'm not everywhere, and I don't know what's good and what's not good, and things like that. Yeah, definitely not during the winter. I don't plan on traveling this winter. Probably just to the grocery store and back, honestly. Okay, I was going to answer Kelly's question. Kelly's question was, okay, she says, I actually have a question. Do you ever get dizzy when there's a spiritual presence? This happens to me at work sometimes, or if I go into an antique shop. If so, how do you control this? Okay, this is a really great question, Kelly, and thank you so much for asking it. And if you have spiritual questions or anything that you want to know about anything as far as life and anything like that, please post it in the comments section, and we'll try to answer as many as we can. Okay. So do you experience this? Has this ever happened to you guys? Have you ever gone into a place that's like really old, an old building or an antique shop where there's a lot of old things that belong to other people, or even just a restaurant or a library? Have you ever gone somewhere and you just get a rush, and you get super dizzy or nauseous? Has that ever happened to you? Normally, it's just being dizzy. Okay. This used to happen to me quite a bit, Kelly, when I was very, very early on my spiritual journey. So this just kind of overwhelms you because it's like your clair empathy is opening, your ability to detect things with your energy is opening up. Okay. And it's kind of just rushing into your crown, right? And so that's where the dizziness coming in the crown, because that's where spirit communicates with me. Spirit communicates with me through the crown. So if you want to be more grounded, you want to carry a rock that's grounding, you want to carry maybe a piece of black obsidian, or, I always, whenever I go out, if I'm going into a place that there's going to be a lot of people, I always have labradorite on me, always. Um, but that's kind of like a protection stone, it's a psychic protection stone. Now, those are just what I'm telling you intuitively. Also, intuitively, I feel like it's a good idea to put a bubble of protection around yourself whenever you're about to go into a place where there is a lot of energy. Okay. I'll let you know in just a second, Billy Joe. And then another thing that I would suggest is when you do get that feeling, when you get that rush, that dizziness, okay, I want you to just close your eyes and try to balance yourself. And what I mean by balancing yourself is take a deep breath and center yourself inside of your body. Bring yourself back into awareness of your body. Taking a deep breath makes you aware of the life within you, and it brings you back into your body. Paying attention to your breath, take a deep breath, let it out, and just look straight ahead of you and just bring yourself back into alignment. Okay? These are things like, after doing it several times, things won't affect you as strongly, and you'll get more you'll become more adjusted to the energy, and it won't affect you as badly when you get used to that feeling. Okay, because right now it's you're not used to it, right? And so it kind of comes out of nowhere, and it's shocking and a little bit scary, I'm sure, right? And so somebody said that they Billy Joe said she paid on Cash App. Billy Joe, do you have your earbuds ready? Are you going to click on the link at the bottom of the description box to come on live with me? Yeah, Becky, that's really sad. Sean paid on PayPal. Okay. Please click the link on the bottom of the description box using Safari or Google Chrome so that you can come on the broadcast with me. Okay. Doobie doobie doo. Doo, 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 doo. Well, we can try it without earbuds. We'll see what happens. I hope you don't have a lot of background noise and things of that nature around. Can loved ones speak to you through your dreams? Yes. Or can it just be you thinking of them before falling asleep, causing those dreams? No, I don't think that that is exactly true. I don't think, because if that were true, everyone would be having dreams about their loved ones when they go to sleep. If they've lost someone, because they are, for the most part, when you lose someone, you think about them often, especially right after you lose someone. And it would appear, if that were to be true, if you can manifest them in your dreams on your own, then most people would be doing that. But they don't do that. They don't. It's only when they are visiting you, when they're trying to bring you some kind of comfort, some kind of message, is when you will see them in your dreams. Went to the neighbor's house, and some other people were there, and they were talking negative about the owner's boyfriend. Hi, Sean. I'll be right with you. I went into the neighbor's house, and some other people were there. They were talking negative about the owner's boyfriend. Oh, that's very tacky. The hairs on my arms stood up, and I got a little chilly. I said, "You guys got to stop this kind of talk because the spirits are feeding off it." They looked at me like she's crazy. They don't understand. They don't understand what kind of negativity they are breeding by gossiping and speaking negatively about people. That, of course, creates negative karma for them. And if they don't want to learn that the easy way, they can learn it the hard way, right? Billy Joe says, "I'll do it next time." Okay. Do you want to try tomorrow? I don't remember dreams. Penny, I'm going to answer your question. Uh, Billy Joe, I'm going to circle your name for next time, okay? You don't know how to do it, so you'll wait. Okay, no problem, honey. No problem. Okay, I'm going to do Sean's reading, and then Penny, I'm going to answer your question about remembering dreaming. It's a very long explanation. That's why we're going to do this first, because Miss Sean paid for reading. So let's see what happens. Are you ready? Okay. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm fabulous, and I'm so happy to have you here. How can I help you today?
Just kind of wanting to see if there's anybody that wants to say anything.
Sure. I have a mail coming forward for you straight away, and I'm getting some pain like in my lower back. So I'm not sure if this is just lower back pain that he had, or if he had some issues with his kidneys. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is this to you?
I think Grandpa.
Okay, this makes sense to me too because he was a little further up the line. He wants you to know how impressed he is with what you've done. What have you done? What is he talking about? To me, it makes me feel like there's been a big jump in your life from where it started. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So as far as being as impressed with what you've done, another way that I can interpret that would be is if you had something of his or something that was passed down in the family that you've improved upon.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is your grandmother also passed?
No, she's here with me.
Both, both of them.
No, my grandma's here. She's at my house with me
Okay.
right now.
You have two. Everybody has two.
One of them has passed. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying have both of them pass because I have an older female coming forward here, and she's making me feel like she curled her hair. How they used to do with curlers. Um, she's making me feel like she curled her hair, and she might have even been one of those people that got perms.
I don't know.
She's showing me. I don't know this impression that I'm weird. Okay, so what I'm seeing. Have you ever seen Courage the Cowardly Dog?
No.
Cartoon. You're not going to understand the reference at all, but she's showing me these little pearl earrings and this gray-haired lady, and she just this is what she's showing me. Did your grandma have gray curly hair?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, then I want to. Then is your other grandmother in the room with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she know somebody that has gray curly hair and would wear an apron and had like little pearl earrings?
Pearl earrings. Does that sound like Janie? No.
There's somebody in your where you are. Okay, this is why I only like to do readings with one person. Penny knows what cartoon. It's hilarious, first of all. But she's showing me this cartoon, and she's showing this woman didn't have. I don't think she had teeth. Did she have teeth, Penny? I don't think she had teeth in the cartoon, but she was the sweetest little old lady, and she just loved this dog to death and did stupid things with this dog. But uh, very, very funny. And this is who I have coming through for you. A. So this is an old name. It's like Adelaide, Adeline, something like this. Okay, I'm getting an A name for you. I think this might be somebody for your grandmother. I'm not gonna lie, because this feels like a very long time ago what she's showing me, and it just feels to me like this could be somebody she knew when she was young. Because I'm getting the impression that like it's just an old-fashioned kind of memory she's showing me, just passing a ball to somebody, rolling a ball across the floor to a baby, and it feels like a very long time ago, and it feels like somebody that might be her grandmother. Does your grandmother's grandmother, how's the A name coming through for her?
Do you know anybody with the name A?
Have what?
A.
A.
Grandmother?
Yeah.
Anna?
Anna.
Anna? Okay. Yes. And that's her grandmother's name?
Your grandmother?
Well, let's see. No, Rubel and Dad's mom was named,
Who was Anna to you?
maybe Anna wasn't Grandma's, Dad's mom's name. I'm not sure.
It was one of like her grandma's dad's name or
and-
mom's name.
And did she wear an apron all the time?
Did she wear an apron?
Not Grandma Foods didn't. Mom did.
Her mom did.
Your mom did? Did she like to bake? Because this is the impression that I'm getting for her.
She liked to bake.
She baked.
Yeah, she liked to bake.
Okay, that's what I'm getting. So it's hard when because everyone comes in, everyone, especially if there's more than one person in the family. Very, very excited to be doing this. This is not something they've ever done before. They're very excited about it. And who doesn't have teeth? Who's the person without teeth? Because they're mentioning this to me again. Does your grandma have dentures?
Yeah, my grandma does.
Okay, I was just because they were saying something about no teeth. They're mentioning it to be the dentures. Okay. They also want to know if she's going to take care of the back pain that she's been having. That's what they want to know.
Are you going to take care of the back pain that you're having?
I'll try.
She said she'll try.
It feels like, and it's interesting because people in the older generations, they don't go and they don't get massages, and they're very uncomfortable with that, but that would help her tremendously with that pain that I'm feeling in her back.
Okay.
So maybe you can spring and buy her one. Let me see what your grandpa has to say to you. Now, do you know? I'm going to ask you two different ways what I'm getting for this message. Was your grandfather? Was Christmas and the holidays and stuff like that? Was that his favorite time of year, or did he pass around the holidays?
He just passed.
Okay. Was it just this past winter?
No, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. He's telling me holiday wishes. Okay, so I feel like I can interpret this in a couple of different ways. What I'm getting from him is that, like, I personally know just from seeing through other people that have lost loved ones, the holidays are always the hardest when they pass, and so he's telling me, like, the holiday wish is like everybody is going to wish that he was there, and he's not saying it in a way like, they're going to wish I was still there, not like that, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's going to be on their minds a lot, and he wants them to know that he will be. He wants them to know that he's going to be keeping an eye on everyone, okay? And he wants them to know that they're not alone. And I don't know, is this her husband that's passed?
Yeah.
Okay. He wants her to know that she's not going to be alone for the holidays, okay? And I feel like this is going to be the first one in a very long time where she has been physically alone, but he wants her to know that he's still going to be there. He's still going to be prepping just like they always do. And I don't know what that is, and I almost feel like I have to go to the bank and get envelopes because I'm giving people money. I don't know what that means. Did your grandpa used to give people money for Christmas?
Yeah, he always felt like he had to send it in the mail, something that if he owed anything, he had to send it in the mail. Him and her
Right.
both.
Right, because I feel like I need to go to the bank and I need to get envelopes, and that's what he's telling me. And he's also making me feel like there's going to be a whole different theme this year. It's going to feel different around Christmas time. He said, but don't think it's a bad thing because things have to change. I feel like it's important to say that things have to change, and I don't know if it's just the way things have been going lately, but I feel like sometimes things like this, sometimes when somebody passes, it brings family closer together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, and so that's what I'm feeling for that. Do you have anything you want to ask him?
I'm not sure. Can I ask my grandma if they're
Yeah.
all here with? Is there anything you want me to ask? Mom, is there anything you want me to ask? No, she said she can't think of anything.
Is he at peace?
Is he at peace? Is what they want to know.
He said, as much as I can be. I don't really know what I'm doing.
That sounds like him.
He's like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But he's not in any pain. He wants you to know he's a little confused about what he has to do now. But I feel like that's gonna become clear to him as time goes on. But he's like, well, I'm just doing whatever I'm supposed to, and I don't really know what that is. So it's more like he's existing. It's like you walk in the middle of a game and you don't know what the score is. That's how I'm feeling right now. Like I walked in on something and I don't know the rules, and I don't know how to play the game. So he's really just kind of observing. It feels like he's observing right now. He knows how to watch y'all. He knows how to connect y'all. You're connected energetically and through your heart. Okay, and so he whenever y'all are thinking about him, he's just there. He's there, and he thinks it's the craziest thing. But he knows how to do that. But he's not really sure what else he's supposed to be doing right now. Time will tell, he said. But he's, as much as he knows how to be, he's at peace right now. Okay.
Okay.
I know that's not like, oh yes, I'm at peace and everything's wonderful. It feels like a genuine answer from a man that's just recently passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not gonna lie. He's gonna tell the truth.
And that's how he would be.
I don't know what I'm doing, but here I am.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it feels to me. He wants to thank you for bringing your grandmother with you into this show tonight, so he got a last chance to talk to her. Just tell her that I will always love her, he said. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Sean. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a great night. I'm going to kick you out of the live, but I'm not kicking you out forever.
Okay. Sounds
All
good. Thank you. Bye.
Boop. There she goes. Okay. Her life feels like crap. Claire, I'm so sorry to hear that. What is this? Brianna, where am I going to find your donation? She's talking and I can't hear what she's saying. That was fun, wasn't it? I had no idea that she was going to have her grandmother there. And it almost felt like her grandmother's great grandmother. You know? That's what it felt like to me. If you have spiritual questions, if you want to know general information, spiritual questions and general information, please post it in the comments. That was fun. You see what I'm doing now, Miss Sherry? Okay, this is what we're doing. And this is how we can do a whole reading really quickly and we don't have to wait. I want to read this. And then I'm going to answer. Whose question was it that I said I was going to answer? Penny, were you the one that had the question? I had a dream about my son telling me an angel came and got him, and then you gave me a reading and confirmed that he was telling you that angel Raphael came and got him when it was his time. Michelle, that's wonderful. I'm so glad you got that confirmation. Billy Joe, if you scroll all the way down at the bottom of the description box, let me just make sure I posted it on both places. Let me just make sure because I have to copy and paste the link after I click the live. You scroll all the way down. Yep, it's all the way down at the bottom. Okay, Penny wants to know, why don't I remember my dreams? Okay, I'm going to explain it in a way that a lot of people understand, and it's different. I'm not telling you this is the end all be all absolute truth. I'm telling you that this is the truth that I've seen. This is the truth that has been downloaded into my consciousness and explained to me. And so this is what I'm sharing with you. And maybe it'll be your truth too. Maybe it'll resonate with you. Maybe it won't make any sense at all. But this is what I know about it. Okay? Dreams. When you are asleep, your consciousness leaves your physical body, okay, which is the 3D. And you travel into higher dimensions, 4th D, 5th D, 6th D, 7th D, 8th D, 9th D, all the way up, infinite amount of dimensions. We're not going to talk about that. But when you dream, your body astral travels every single night. Every single one of you do it. Okay. And the way that it was explained to me, the dream state is the fourth dimension. So this is the fourth dimension of reality. This is where consciousness meets physical, and your consciousness is creating physical dreams in your mind. Okay. So when you're in the dream state, there are different places you can go. Okay. Okay, Brianna, no problem. So when you're asleep, your body leaves the third dimension and it goes to what I call the bus station. All right. So at the bus station, there's going to be all these different uh, directions that you can go when you're sleeping. Now, if you dream, that means that you are accessing different things in the fourth dimension, which is alternate realities, possibilities, things that your consciousness can create with your physical manifestation of what is. Okay, like this is my life right here, right? And your dream usually consists of things that you recognize to be real, as in physical reality, right? I mean, sometimes you have dreams that are non-conceptual, but for the most part you have dreams that consist of earth or physical reality, right? In any way, shape, or form. So it's using your consciousness, physical body, and it's like a go between, it's like an in between. All right, so that's the fourth dimensional dream state. When you have a very repetitive cycle in life, when you are waking up, going to work, coming straight home, walking your dog at the exact same time, sitting down and watching shows at the exact same time, when you have a very repetitive life, you're going to dream a lot. Okay. Because what's happening is you're driving in a bus. You get in a bus and you're circling the bus station because there's not a single thing that you need to know other than what you do every single day. And you do it day in and day out, and it's a routine. So you don't need to access any other information, right? When you don't dream, what is actually happening is that you are leaving the sphere of what you know to be true in this reality, and you are astral traveling out to different timelines, out to different dimensions, and retrieving information that is going to help you in the next day of your journey. Okay. So if you're dreaming, your life needs to shift. If you're dreaming every night, you need to switch things up a little bit. You need to change your routine, okay, so that you can expand. There is no need for expansion when you are doing the same thing day in and day out, working the grind, going to work, coming home. Every Saturday you do this with your grandkid, or if you are having this repetitive cycle over and over and over again, or what people call stuck in a rut, or just a routine way of living, you don't need to remember anything, and you're just gonna work with what you have. So when you don't dream, I don't dream, and I'm grateful for it, because that means I'm getting things that I need to know, because I do different shit every single day, right? I talk to different people every single day, so I need to know stuff for that day. It's new to me every single day. I have parts of my life that are routine. I make sure I always take time for myself in the morning and let myself wake up with my coffee. I do that because I enjoy it. I love being able to wake up slowly. But then I will let different things happen to me throughout the day. Now, you can connect to your loved ones in the 4D dream state. Okay. You never dream once in a blue moon. Same here, Penny. And when I do, it's very scattered. It's like I'm running through a bunch of doorways trying to get back to me. um, Also, another indication that you have been astral traveling and that you have been retrieving information from further down your timeline. Another indication of that is when you are very hot when you're sleeping. If you wake up and you're sweaty, or you wake up and your body just feels very hot, it's because you have been doing some astral traveling. You've been going and traveling down timelines to see which timeline is going to help you the best on your journey. So it's like running around your house or running 2 miles and coming back. See, that's the difference between the 4th D and the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th D. The 4th D is very close in origin to your physical reality. It's what your thoughts create, right? It's the space between physical and non-physical, and that's where a lot of negative energy lies. So you have to be careful about allowing stuff in your opening the wrong doors in the 4D. But anyway, Kate, how can I help you, Kate? Hi, Kate. Did you make a donation? Guess to believe fluorescent webbing. You can consider that. You can consider it to be like a spider. Inside of a spider web would be the bus station. And then the different lines going out of the bus station and the lines going around the bus station. The lines going around the bus station, that's you not knowing anything. You don't need to learn anything. You have the same routine every single day. But if you've been very sweaty, like Chelsea says, I've been very sweaty and cold. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Please make sure you always have water. Look, I know that you guys, it doesn't make scientific sense, but I burn through a lot of body water when I'm sleeping, even if I'm not sweating. I wake up and I'm usually very thirsty in the middle of the night, and I always, yes, Kate, you do. And the information's in the description box, and it's $25 to get an on-screen reading. So I always have this huge glass of water next to my bed, and I drink some before I go to sleep. I wake up during the night and I drink some because I get very dehydrated when I'm sleeping. It's because I'm doing so much astral traveling. Water actually helps you sleep too. It helps you fall back to sleep when you have woken up and have trouble sleeping. Okay, so yes, you might have to get up and go to the bathroom, but it's actually going to keep your body in better shape while you're doing your spiritual work at night. Okay. Natasha, hello, my love. We are doing on-screen video readings today. We are doing, okay, Brianna, no problem. We are doing, take water to bed also. Yes, I drink all night long. I'll wake up and just be half awake, and I'll take 3 or 4 chugs of water. I'm extremely thirsty right now. Okay, so I might be trying to do it, but it won't let me. Keep saying that the card is denied. Okay, so that answers that. All right, now, sorry. Now, let's see. Do you have any other questions as far as spirituality? No problem, Kate. There's directions in the description box of how to get a video tonight. That's why you're waking up so thirsty? Yes, ma'am. I wake up and I chug probably, well, this is like a 32-ounce cup, I think. 26 ounces. I probably drank 2/3 of this as soon as I wake up in the morning. Before I even get out of bed, I just chug it because I'm just so thirsty. And that's, a third of it that I drink when I'm sleeping because I'll drink all this. I'll go and I'll fill it up and then I'll set it by the bed. And then I drink about a third of it when I'm sleeping, and then I drink the rest of it when I wake up in the morning. But yeah, if you're very hot when you're sleeping, if you need it to be cold, it's because you have a spiritual purpose in this world. If you cannot stand being hot when you're sleeping, it's because you just it's just a reaction. It's a reaction to the energy that you're around. Yeah. Hello from South Carolina. Chelsea says I have an ice cube obsession at night. Right. Eileen, don't be rude. As you can see, other people are posting comments as well. If I don't see your comment, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I haven't seen your comment. If you want me to see your comment, feel free to write it a couple of times so I have a better chance of actually seeing your comment with everyone else's comments popping up. Okay? Don't be so offended. You have to sleep in a cool room with a fan on. Same, Sherry. I've got my ceiling fan going all the time. I've got my air conditioner going. I like sleep with a lightweight blanket. It just barely closed. It's just I get so hot while I'm sleeping. Somebody's messaging my page saying, "How do I get back online?" You're on my page. Yes, Billy Joe. How would you like me to just try to give it to you over message over in the because that's not really what we're doing today, but fan on year round. Don't play with it. How you doing, Miss Brittany? How you doing, Miss Brittany? Okay, we'll do it here. Come on, man. I'm gonna turn this down because that's really not okay. Stop it. There's nothing more annoying than somebody messaging you 5,000 times when you're trying to do a live. These are paid readings, my love. We're doing a reading for Billy Joe Ellis. Happy birthday, Billy Joe. Everybody tell Billy Joe happy birthday. You're on here right now. What do you mean? The live website thing. Well, thank you, my darling. Thank you, my darling. Okay, the link is at the bottom of the description of this video, Brianna. Okay? Let me do Billy Joe's reading, please. Okay. Billy Joe, do you have a woman? This is going to be like a grandmother, a grandparent, a grandmother, somebody of that generation. I'm getting the C initial, like Catherine or something with a C, and they're also telling me like they were born like in the 20s. Okay, so this is going to be somebody who's either made it to almost you do have a grandparent pass. So it's going to be somebody who made it almost to be 100 or would have been 100 just recently or somewhere around. So with the C name, do you understand the C name? Tough lady. Is it Catherine specifically? Because I heard Catherine, but sometimes they just give me a name for the first initial. That's the right name? Yes. Okay, wonderful. She's talking about being homesick. Is this something that was she from another country? Did she immigrate from another country? Because she's talking about homesickness, being homesick. Now, have you moved away from where you were born and raised? What is she trying to reference here with being homesick? Okay, you missed your dad. Okay, so she's talking about you being homesick. Okay, she's also talking about candles and moonlight. Do you understand this? When I think of candles and moonlight, I think of people who are into, and don't, and I'm not saying it in a negative way, but manifesting, spell casting, spell work, uh, Wiccan or witchcraft or things of that nature. Would you understand that message? We are having trouble streaming to Facebook. This management. What? Can you see me? Can you see me? Facebook, they just sent me a message that Facebook ended my stream. That's why I'm trying to find out if I'm still live. I've never received this message before. We're having trouble streaming. I'm going to take a picture of it. Am I here? Hi, Brianna. I see you. I just got a notification from my streaming service that Facebook cut my video, like they shut it off. So I'm just trying to get it back working. And I don't know if anybody sees it or not. Am I back on Facebook, guys? Hi. Facebook cut my stream off, and I don't know why that happened. Welcome back, everybody. I got this crazy message on my screen that they could not stream on Facebook. Facebook cut my stream, and I had to delete it and add it back on to my stream. So I don't know how that works on your end, if it was just a blank screen or what happened. I don't know what happened. I've never seen that message on this streaming app before, and I've been using it for a few years. So I don't know what that's all about, but here we are. You thought you were booted off? I was booted off, which I've literally never been booted off, so I don't know why that happened. It was a blank screen and then it came back, because I literally had to delete it and then re add it back onto. I had to delete the stream from my screen and then add it back on. It just came up and said the video ended. Yeah, what's up with that? Weird. That is weird. Okay, Brianna, I'll be with you in just a minute because I'm doing Billy Joe. Okay. So I was talking about candles and moonlight, Billy Joe. I was saying what it reminded me of is when somebody's into like Wiccan or witchcraft or spells or moon manifestation or something to do with. That's what it makes me feel when I think of candles and moonlight. Okay, it could also represent like a romantic dinner or something like that. But the first thing that I saw was like when you're trying to create something with magic. All right. Of course, they could both be creating something with magic, if you know what I mean. But anyway, Catherine. She's talking about her husband. Is her husband also passed? Yes, Lori. It was crazy. Does she know who? Um, I believe this is one of your family members. Do you have somebody in your family that is into the spiritual or something? And yes, your grandfather's also passed, because she's talking about him being an old coot. I don't even remember hearing that word. He's an old coot. What is that? Like old guy? But Bud says, "Give me $25 or I'll do it again." Good one, Bud. Yes, but they were not close. Close or close? Who, my kids? I'm getting confused. Do you have an aunt in the physical world who was into the occult or anything like that? Because that's what she's got me writing down right now, your aunt, okay? Your aunt is into that. I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know your family from Adam. Yes, it did. It abruptly ended. Facebook kicked me off. I had to restart. Grandma and granddaughter wasn't close. Grandma? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything like that, Billy Joe. Okay. Let's go back to what I did say. I said that I got the message about candles and moonlight, which could represent somebody who is into the occult and manifesting and using magic, or it could represent having some kind of a romantic evening. Grandpa, okay. But they weren't close. That's fine, because she did not give me the impression that she was extremely fond of him, because she called him an old coot. What messages do you have for Billy? Yes, it is her birthday. Absolutely. Are you in a relationship? Is you said you're 49 today, right? That is her calling him an old coot. Yes, ma'am. Um, Are you in a relationship with an older person? Yes, you're in a relationship. Is it with an older person? Is this person like 57 and you're 49, or is there like an 8-year difference between you? I don't know what the no is for. Is the no for my question about? Okay, she's given me the number 57. So when I look at 57, it can be May 7th, or it could be the age 57 or the year 57 in relation to her. Okay, she's telling me right now about this 50. You've been single 8 years. I feel like 57 is an important number for you. Okay, Billy, I just want to give that to you right now. I feel like it will be an important number for you for perhaps when you're 57. I feel like you're never too old to fall in love and to find somebody. I truly don't. I truly don't feel like you're ever too old. I mean, you see cute little, couples that meet each other in nursing homes, and it's just precious, right? And 57 is not that old. I mean, look, that's like 11 years older than me. But I feel like this is going to be an important age for you. She's talking about a car that she used to have. It's like a two-door, like a small two-door, like a coupe. Is that what you mean? Feels like a small two-door car. Oh, nice. Okay. So, Catherine, what's wrong with your legs? Okay. When you ask me what's wrong with your legs, what she literally just had me write down, word for word. Okay. Tell her she can have whatever she wants for her birthday. Okay. So if you have something going on with your legs, you can get whatever you want for your birthday. If you want to have healthy legs, you can have healthy legs. You just have to put that out there as your birthday wish. That's what you want starting your new year, your new solar return, your new solar year. That you don't want to have problems. Your legs are healthy. Okay? But I can tell you right now that it feels like there's some kind of numbness going on with your legs, and it feels like it has to do with the sciatic nerve in your back. Okay, so what I would like you to do, if you have had some fluctuation in your weight, this can cause a lot of pressure in your lower back, and it can cause nerve endings to be squeezed. And the sciatic nerve is very close to the spine, and so just try to take off like 2 or 3 pounds. Honestly, it doesn't have to be excessive. If this is something that has just recently happened to you, look at what's changed with your body recently. That's what I did when my back started hurting majorly all the time. I said, okay, what's going on? Well, I put on 20 pounds because I had a hysterectomy, and I didn't know that I didn't have an ovary, and I didn't know that I was going to be thrown into menopause. But the 20 pounds is what caused my back pain. So I had to lose 20 pounds in order for that to go away, but it did. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you're having a lot of weakness in your legs, and that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. So there's some kind of interruption. Okay. Chris, Brittany has just posted, because she's so freaking sweet, all the information here in the chat for you. I feel like I feel like there might be some nerve damage going on in your legs. This is what I'm feeling. Okay. And so I think they might want to talk to you about perhaps some therapy and some solutions just to fixing this issue in your lower back. Okay? Nothing to be scared of. When you see a doctor, they're not telling you what has to happen. They're telling you what you should do in their medical opinion. That doesn't mean you have to do it. You can always take a holistic avenue, take care of it yourself. Your grandmother said, tell her she can have whatever she wants for her birthday. That's today. Make a wish. Okay? Flew out the windshield. You flew out the windshield. Mandy, that's a great idea. She flew out the windshield of her car. Well, she's very sweet and she's willing to give you whatever you want for your birthday. So keep that in mind, okay? I'm going to close this reading now. I've got Brianna waiting patiently. Happy birthday, Billy Joe. I think you're going to get a lot of clarity tomorrow about what's going on with your body. You flew out your car. Eesh. Definitely sounds like you got some nerve damage in your lower back. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like a hoot, a coot. Tons of money. That's good for tons of money. You tell your grandma you need money. That's your job. She said you can have whatever you want. You tell her. Okay? That's not for me to say. You make a wish. Okay, Brianna. Okie dokie. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm so wonderful. She's still trying to tell me to tell your grandma you want your own money.
Yeah, tell her I would.
Shit.
Something, I don't know. I randomly came on and saw you, and it was just, I don't know. I was getting chills. And then my arm started itching, and then you said you started itching, and then my head started itching, and it was like, oh.
Look at us. We've got the bugs.
And then you said you were a Capricorn, which is, well, let's see if I'm pretty sure you'll be able to tell.
Yeah, I can see. So look, I'm seeing that you've got some strong fire energy in your chart. I'm also seeing like a lot of Leo energy in your chart. So that just reminds me of like a lot of pride. That's what I'm seeing. It's what is the cat people? The cat Lemurian. Are those the cat people? No. Which one am I thinking of?
Well, I'm a cat person.
I can see that. Oh, that's good.
I just lost one of mine too.
Me. And it's interesting that that comes up.
Really?
I gotta look it up because it's gonna bug me.
Okay.
Just be patient.
Oh, no problem.
Lyran, Lyran. The Lyran starseeds are the ones that look like cats.
I just heard about that.
Did you?
Yeah. Watching random stuff on Facebook, they were talking about them.
Well, look, here's your validation from the universe that you should look that up and see how that relates to you, because there's a certain personality type that goes with these different star systems. Okay, you're going to present in the same energy as like the star system that your soul originates from. So look it up, and I'm sure it'll make a lot of sense. And it's good why you're a cat person, right?
Yep.
Right. Okay. And so with the Leo energy is what I was seeing with like the cats, because those are lions and lions are cats.
My best friend used to be a Leo.
Well, then look at that.
And I just lost her too.
Who is, can you tell me the S name or who Sarah is? What is this? Who's this?
Stephanie.
The S name? Okay. Her name is Stephanie that you just lost?
Well, she moved a few months ago, and we kind of cut off our friendship, and we didn't have time to make amends before she left.
Okay.
Thought about reaching out to her, but I don't know, maybe I'm a little afraid.
So she's still living.
Yeah, but I feel like I've lost her
Yeah.
completely.
No,
Does
I
that
don't.
make sense?
So what I'm hearing is there's no hard feelings. Okay. Do you understand this? I feel like this
Not
was
on my side anymore.
right. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like there's no hard feelings, and I feel like enough time has passed it. So the thing is, like, whenever we get into an argument with somebody, right, we're getting into our emotions, right? And when we're emotional triggered, that's when we're going to argue with somebody. And then you can take time away from that, and you can put yourself back into the rational part of your brain, right? When we get emotionally triggered, we leave all rational thought. Okay,
Absolutely.
we're just emotions, and there's two different parts of your brain. Okay, and so it's been enough time that Stephanie is in her rational brain again. I don't
Yeah,
feel like there would be any harm in you reaching out to her. Okay.
that's weird. That's crazy. I've only thought about her in the last month too, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, and sometimes, our relationships come apart, and sometimes they come back together, and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. And she's the one who really was like the cat person with me. So our parents said no when we showed up with kittens.
So I'm hearing, and so correct me if I'm wrong, but you're one of those kind of people that can eat like a whole pizza and you don't gain a pound.
It's been about the last 10 years. I can't.
That's what I'm saying, that you have a very healthy appetite, and that
Mhm.
you can just eat a whole pizza and not gain a pound.
I tried to do that and go to sleep, and I wake up and I've lost a pound or two.
Like, what in the world?
You know what? It's kind of a mystery. Certain doctors do not know what's going on within my body.
Yeah. And that's interesting. Are you sure you don't have a tapeworm?
I've never been tested for anything like that, but I have a reaction that's kind of happened all over my body and stuff, and it only started when I was 16, and then it's just consistently spread, and nobody's been able to find out what it is.
It feels like your body is revolting.
Is it like, what does that mean? Like against what I'm doing?
It feels like the energy that I'm receiving from it would be if somebody had some type of autoimmune disease, which is your body revolting against itself. What's going on inside of itself. So not the only thing that I would suggest, but what I would truly want you to try and do is to put yourself on a very basic diet. You know, um,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Junk.
I know that you don't have the best diet. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Like you have a very healthy appetite, but you're not putting the best things in your body. And I
I'm
feel
never
like
satisfied.
and considering that's an emotional deficit, first of all, that your body's never satisfied is your emotional deficit. You are feeding your emotions. Okay,
Mm,
there is a hole inside of you that you're trying to feed.
that would make a lot of sense, actually.
Okay, and this is you trying to fill yourself with love, and this is where you're lacking. This is what's missing from you don't have love inside of you. Okay, and so
I have love to give, but not with me.
you're trying to feed it. You're trying to feed yourself this love, and it feels like it never feels like you have it. And this you're like, well, if I eat this thing that I really like the taste of, maybe I'll be happy. Maybe my body will be okay. But you can see that these things are not working for you. This isn't giving you the love that you need. If you want to
Absolutely.
feel the love that you need, you have to be good to your body. You have to
I've
be,
not been nice to it. So
you haven't. There's been a lot of abuse of your body in different ways. Okay. And when I say I want you to restrict your diet, I mean like be good to your body. Put healthy things in your body. You know, praise your body. Tell yourself how beautiful you are, because I feel like you have this dysmorphia that you just don't see beauty when you look at yourself in the mirror.
well, because of that stuff, I've covered myself up for so many years, even during the summer. People look at me because I got long sleeves on, but I'd rather you look at me for long sleeves than spots all over me or something that I don't want to, I just can't even explain.
Right. And
I
this
don't.
happened when you were 16, and this happened when you started being aware that your body was different than everybody else's.
When it was the total maturity part, I kind of lost that
Yes.
because I
And,
always had to make sure I'm covered up and protected. And nobody's going to ask me questions rather than
and
just,
no one's going to look at you like you're some kind of freak.
and everybody who loved me actually didn't care. They go, don't wear the clothes you wear shorts, wear skirts. And it's just, over the years, built up this, I do, I have like a block around me.
Yes, you do. And when you put a block around your heart, you can't feel like you have so many conditions for people to accept you that you can't even accept you.
It's been tough. I've accepted little pieces, but I don't think I've accepted me as a whole yet.
Yeah.
I try to. When I cover up, I'm great.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're fine because you don't feel like anyone is going to be looking at what you're uncomfortable with.
yes, absolutely. Uh-oh. My battery. Uh-oh. Where'd
Run,
you go?
run,
I
plug
know.
me, plug
It
me
just went down to 5%. I'm not gonna lose you. There we go. Woohoo! I'm back.
in.
I
Breathe.
know.
That was
It's
nerve.
meant.
That was nerve wracking.
Yeah. My nerves are, I know that has a lot to do with this stuff.
You are literally fighting yourself from the inside. And I feel like the only reason that you're comfortable is because you're literally putting on armor. You're putting on armor before you go out into the world. You're armoring yourself against any criticism from anyone. You know, I wouldn't
I'm
even
just
be surprised.
diluting it before it even starts.
I'm not even surprised if you wear layers of clothes so people can't see the actual shape of you, because we are just not happy with how we look at all.
Yeah. Last night was the first night I was walking from 7-Eleven to get my drink and I came back outside and some guy was like, "Wow, you're so tiny and you're so cute." And it was just like, "Me? You're looking at me like I'm cute?" And it was just, I'm not used to that anymore.
Hmm. Well, some people can see, beyond the physical body. People can see your soul.
That hit me a lot yesterday. I never had that note. And I don't think I've had that since high school. It's been 30 years. So yeah,
But you're a very beautiful woman, though, and you have a beautiful heart. The only thing is that you haven't recognized your own heart because you give it to everyone else. The love that you're looking for is the love that you're giving to the world. You just need to give a little bit of that to yourself. So if your daughter came to you and she had this going on, or if your son came to you and he had this going on with him, what would you tell him? What would you say?
just protect yourself
Against what?
against any kind of harm because it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to whoever's giving it to you.
Other people's judgment is none of your business.
I was really good there for a really long time. And then these last 3 years,
It
I,
changed.
yeah.
What did he do to you?
Who?
Whoever this person is that hurt you.
Well, I guess it could be a mix between 3 different people.
3 years, 3 people.
It's 3 people in my past, but I feel like I've thought about each one of them individually over the past couple years. A couple of them aren't here. One still is.
And do you enjoy being a prisoner of the past?
No, I just feel like I haven't left it. I've got one foot back there and one foot out towards the future.
What would it take to get you to let the past go?
I need to organize my life. For one, I don't want to be at my mom's house anymore. I want to be independent. I know I'm independent inside myself and within myself, but I can't. It's like I've nothing to show. Maybe that's why I feel down on myself. And it's like I know I've got it in me. I've got this fight that's just ready to burst out.
The lion.
And I know I've got a big mouth for something, and it's going to be for something positive. Yeah. It's just taken me this long to, I guess, let the negative go through. So that's not what I project. And it's just been this constant whirlwind. But I never saw light until before the last 3 years. I saw a light. And then all of a sudden, these 3 years of darkness, but yet there's that still light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm just wondering what that is. You know, if there's anything, I know if there's somebody that's always been with me, guiding me in a certain way, because I know there's so many things where I could have so gotten in trouble. And it's almost like I feel like a hand, like turn around and say, nope, look this way. Instead of looking the way you're looking. And I don't know. I've had a couple people die recently and one that died many years ago. And I don't know. I feel like they're fighting over who gets to protect me now.
Well, they don't have to fight. They all get to have a turn protecting you. The thing
it's almost confusing trying to hear it.
Sure. And you can meditate and you can put yourself in a peaceful place so that what you do here comes in very clearly. You can also tell them to one at a time speak to you one at a time so that it's not confusing. Okay. What I really would love for you to do is to try and look at yourself with a little more love. I mean, you are worried about judgment from the outside world, and you are being the absolute worst critic of yourself. Like, I could not pick a stronger opponent for you than yourself at this point, because it feels like you have been very harsh. You're very harsh on yourself. You live with your mom. You're not independent. You don't like the way that your body looks. What do you like about you?
Who I am as a person. I've accepted who I am as a person, I guess, but I haven't accepted all of me yet. But the person I am, the personality I've got, that's what I go with. The funny part of me, I'll throw jokes out when it's a serious situation. It's like, I don't know. I've got an obscure view of things, I feel.
I feel like you like to, I feel like you like to make light of situations because they're uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
And you're already uncomfortable in your own body. And so you don't want other people to feel uncomfortable. And this is why you throw out.
So I overdo it with them. Mm-hmm. I'm always the first one to break the ice. Oh, you're uncomfortable? Okay, let's go. I got you. Mm-hmm. But I haven't found that towards me yet.
Well,
but my best friend did that.
Let me tell you something. We live in a magnetic world. We are all made of energy. We're all made of atoms with neurons and electrons and positive and negative force. And if you are living in a magnetic mirror world, what you put out, you would get back. But you're only looking at the little positive things that you do for other people, you're not looking at all the negative energy you put out about yourself. The reason you haven't received that from anyone is because you haven't given it to yourself.
That explains a lot.
You have to learn to love who you are. You can say you accept who you are, but I don't feel it because you're still covering up who you are. This is who you are. This is the body you're in. And if you were supposed to be in a different body, you would be. But for whatever reason, you chose to be this person. And maybe it's because you have a hard time accepting things that don't fit your version of an ideal, your own judgment.
There's my obscure view. My own thoughts instead of realizing what's happening.
Yeah. So you know, we come into this world in every shape and sizes, and there's not a single two people who are exactly the same, and it's not supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to look like everyone else. You're not supposed to act like everyone else. Everyone's supposed to have their own fucking drummer in their head. But you need to accept that this is you. This is the body you came in. You know, it's interesting to see so many people being loud and proud about their sexuality, and you're having a hard time just with the skin you live in.
Yeah, I always covered in makeup something. So you just don't see that part. Whew. Never had somebody tell me that. I needed to hear that, though, because I know it, but to take it to heart. Wow. I thought somebody else was going to say something, but I needed to hear stuff for myself.
Yeah.
And I did. I went to somebody who draws pictures one time. And the thing he wrote on the top was this person told me that I need to stop living my life for him and start living my own for me. But that was almost 20 years after he passed.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a really long time to let go of that. Mm-hmm. And I finally let myself get in a relationship, and then with a totally different person I never ever would have dated before, who had been married, who had kids. I don't have any of that. And well, it still was the exact same, because now I know, because I'm still not accepting of myself. And until I can do that, I won't get the full of someone else.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because when you're walking around, and I've been using this analogy for years, and it's caught on, and I see other people, spiritual people, saying it too. But you know, when you take your cup of emotion and your cup of love and you pour it into somebody else's cup, and they don't pour back into you, you keep pouring into them, you're going to end up with an empty cup.
Yeah, because nobody's filling yours up.
Yeah. And people are always going to recognize that about you. They're always going to recognize that you want to give love because you want to receive it. And the people who want to take it will be there knocking on your door immediately. It's the ones who don't want to take it are the ones that you should be paying attention to. Look at the ones who are trying to lift you up, not bring you down.
Very few, but there are.
Yeah.
But those few are going to make the biggest difference in my life.
And they have a full cup, and they want to pour into you because they know that you need it, and they know that you're going to pour into them in the way that you feel comfortable. Okay, this is what it has to be. It has to be about giving and receiving. Don't concentrate yourself on the past. Don't live for somebody else. Live for why you're here. You're here to learn how to love yourself. That is the exact only reason that you have this life with this body, with this skin.
Because I know how to give love. I just need to accept it back.
Yeah. That's what you have to learn how to do. That is the lesson you are in this body to learn. This is the purpose of your life.
Could it be from the person who left me? Not the boyfriend, but 30 years ago, 32 years ago, something like that.
father?
Yep. Yep.
Your father also, the relationship you had with your father was to teach you how to love yourself as well.
Because he didn't know. He learned from my mom. He learned from my mom. He didn't have the time to tell her.
Yeah.
So he's trying to I think he's trying to teach me how to do it, give it back to her, because she's like epitome of love. I've watched her for years. I knew. That's why I said if only I could be half the woman she is, I'd be great.
You know, the interesting thing about comparing yourself to other people is that you're never going to measure
To
up.
do that.
You're always going to be disappointed. You're always going to be let down.
I try so hard with her, but it's like I can't. I feel like I can't do any better for her, but I don't need to do that for her. I need to do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying everybody else but myself.
Yeah,
I've always avoided myself.
sure.
It's easier that way.
Yeah. It's easier being hurt by other people than having to deal with all the hurt that you give yourself.
And then just let something else come on and take it away from you for a minute, but then it always comes back if you don't deal with
Yes, it does.
it. Just, yeah. I guess I'm just in the mood and I feel like I'm ready, and maybe my heart is getting ready for that change. And I know it. I know it's going to be hard because I don't trust men as it is.
You don't trust yourself. What do you mean? Everything in your reality is a reflection of what is going on inside of you.
I don't. Maybe that is, yeah. And I know my dad couldn't trust himself because he cheated and everything else. And that's what I've done in my relationships. I hurt them before they hurt me.
Mm-hmm. And then you feel guilt. And then you feel self-loathing. And then to escape that, we feed the hole. We feed the hole.
With all the extra junk.
Yeah.
And I know that's what you're telling me on my body. You don't have to say it on live, but I know what you're saying.
Yes.
There's two specific things.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to, because I know. He died at 49. I'm 39. And I've known in my head, if I don't do things different than my father did, I'll end up where he's at.
Is that what you want?
No. I think I've just been in this hole right now, this depression, that I've just been so. Maybe I haven't had that light. And you're my light right now. I appreciate it. You called my name on there, and I was like, no way, she said my name. Okay, I gotta do this. I go, something's, and then the itching, and then my head's itching, and it's like, I'm like, Daddy, is that you?
Yeah.
Because he pushes me in ways that I can definitely not push myself.
So I'm going to ask you again. What's it going to take for you to let go of the past and let tomorrow be a new day?
I just need to let everything I have right now go and let it be and start new.
Give it up.
I've never been able to just let go of everything. I always have something.
Well, wake up tomorrow and try to be grateful that you have skin, first of all, to walk around in. Try to be grateful that you have skin that lets you feel sunlight on your face. Try to be grateful that your legs work and that you can walk out there to see the sunlight on your face. Try to be
You know,
grateful for the little
I've been so appreciative over those things. Just even today, I have no car. I have nothing. I can't leave. My car's sitting in there, but it's stuck. And so I did. Because it's a little cooler today. It has a breeze today. Yesterday it had no breeze.
yeah.
But today I could go outside, and I do. Even though I have the spots and stuff, when I'm around my house, I don't care who's outside. I'll
Yeah.
put a bathing suit on. I've got all these spots all over me. I look like a Dalmatian, but nobody says anything. And I need to let that be my guide, not me.
It's really hard to get out of the energy of judgment. I understand that. But think about how you would feel if you saw somebody like you. Would you tell them they need to cover their body, or would you say, gosh, they must be really having a hard time?
I had to tell them you could be a model.
Yeah. So
Especially anybody with marks and stuff nowadays. They're really starting to.
hmm
I've almost thought about going on YouTube or something, maybe to find a doctor that could possibly help me.
I want you to get some tea tree oil, okay?
Okay.
And I want you to put that on your spots.
Here's my arms to give you some kind of
Mm-hmm.
all over my arm. And those are just scars, but they're all down my arms, my legs, my butt. It's embarrassing trying to meet somebody new. That's probably one thing that's held me back.
Mm-hmm.
That if you get close to somebody, I have to show them this stuff.
Yeah.
If we want to get close, I have to
Sure.
disclose that.
My cousin, um, she's 10 years older than me. My cousin was in a fire when she was a little girl, and she was burnt over a lot of her body. And she has a lot of tattoos covering up her scars.
I was going to do that.
But I understand where you're coming from as far as that is concerned, but she always puts it out there right at the beginning. I've got scars all over my body. And if that's not okay with you, walk away now. Always right at the beginning, okay? Don't hide who you are.
I think what hit me this last boyfriend, I think he's the one who had the reaction. Nobody else had but him. And this one convinced my heart, more than any other man. So I really, this one tore me down more than anything. Maybe that's why I've been in such a depression for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But that included all my church friends and everybody.
You know what? That just tells me that you held him in such high esteem that the way that you thought about yourself, he just validated that to you. And that's why you're depressed.
That could be why it's extra bad this time.
Because
somebody said something, bad reaction, but nobody else I've ever talked to ever had a reaction like that.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of people I know automatically I have to stay away from.
Yeah, you have to. Okay. So what you're going to do tomorrow is you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to let yourself have a new day. Right?
Just everything's gone. Start anew.
Start anew.
The only way I can do this.
You can do this, okay? And I want you to put food in your body that's good for you.
Not chips, not pizza, not Taco Bell, not McDonald's.
No. Put food in your body that's good for you. Okay. That's going to make your body feel good. That's going to make your body feel loved. Your body's going to know that it feels loved. Okay?
Yeah, I gain weight when I'm happy. And I haven't gained some in a little while, so.
Right. And I'm sure the spots kind of calm down too when you're happy because you're not feeling so much self-loathing.
Actually, it's probably really true.
Yeah.
make me think more than I've probably thought about it, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to say goodbye now, Brianna. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for allowing me to chat with you and help you heal some of these scars on your soul. I know that tomorrow is going to be a completely different life for you. Never mind just a different day. You're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to realize that every day you have an opportunity to be the best version of yourself. And you're going to take that opportunity because you're ready, and you know you're ready, and this is why you found me today.
There's a reason. Always a reason.
Always the reason. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Many blessings to you.
I thought it was going to be my dad, but you know what? He's doing that to you, to me, because that's what he's been trying to get me to focus on.
That's right. Self-love is where you create the world that you want to see on the outside, okay?
And I'm only supposed to see the good stuff. Okay. He took my eye. I'm blind in this eye. I can only see, and I say I can only see the right side of things now, not the wrong. And it's for a reason.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much. You're such a blessing, and you have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You too. Many blessings to you, Brianna. Bye-bye.
Thank you again. Bye-bye.
What a sweet lady. What a sweetheart. What an absolute doll. Isn't it interesting, the different star systems and the things that we incarnate with, the lessons that we're here to learn in our life? Best of luck to you, Brianna. I hope you have everything that you need right now moving forward to have a much better life than what you had before you came on here tonight. How lovely. Well, we have spiritual questions. What is your spiritual question? What do you want to know? Tell me. If you have any kind of questions about life, why you're here, the different lessons that we're here to learn, what do you want to know? Is there something going on with you spiritually, or is there something weird happening that you just can't explain and you want to talk about it? Put it in the comments. We'll discuss it. Let's do it. Eileen Oliver says, I think you're fake. Eileen Oliver, thank you for sharing your unrequested opinion. I think you, I'm telling you, girl, I fucking hate bras. I can't even stand them. I was told I'm Pleiadian. Am I supposed to study them? I always think it's a good idea if somebody says, "Hey, you're from Andromeda," which is where I'm from. Hey, you're from the Lyran star system. Hey, you're from Pleiadians. It's always a good idea to look and read up on it to see, hey, does that resonate with me? And you never know, like, what information is going to open doors for you as far as your consciousness, your expansion. You never know. So if somebody says, hey, I think I'm Pleiadian, should I study them? Look it up. What's it going to hurt? It might just tickle a curiosity inside of your brain that brings you down a path to teach you more about yourself. Okay? I tell you, bras are the worst. Dorothy says it might sound strange. Ellen's, I think you're fake. Nobody asked you what you think, but thank you for sharing your unsolicited opinion. Might sound weird, but everyone in my house, I've heard their name called, but no one in the house called their name. Should I be concerned? So it just feels to me, I've had this actually happen to me somewhere that I lived before. I heard my brother call my name, and my brother didn't even live with me. He was, 45 minutes away in his own house. So I've had that before. I feel like, for whatever reason, they're just trying to make spirits trying to make themselves known to your family. If nothing else is happening, I don't see any reason to be concerned other than they're trying to make you aware that there is spiritual energy in your house. It doesn't feel threatening to me. It doesn't feel like it's trying to harm anyone in any way. Bud says, I'm from Detroit. Detroit Rock City? I'm just going to go up in the comments and see what I missed, I'm sure. I'm telling you, I'm about to take this bitch off because I just don't even like it. I'm about to take it off. Yeah, I'm not worried about Eileen. Eileen obviously has some projection issues. She's worried about how people perceive her, so she's projecting that out into everyone else. None of my business what's going on with you, Eileen. Thank you for sharing information, Brittany. You're awesome. Yes, Angel, your best friend's okay. Yeah. Oh, is that the one that said you're not going to answer me? I couldn't even remember who that person was. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't. I don't even care. I got some kind of fake notification just now on my phone. Your account is on hold due to unauthorized payment. I don't have a Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union account, so that's not for me. Sorry. You're welcome. Yes. She obviously does need praying. And that's not the first time I've seen that in the last little while. There's a lot of people who need praying, and there's people like myself. Okay, let's talk about me for a minute. I do the best that I can. I'm going to say that right off the bat. I do the best that I can to be a good person every day. I barely ever, and I'm not going to say that I don't, but I barely ever think negative thoughts about anybody. I don't judge people when I see them. Like if I say a 300-pound man with his nails done, like fake nails, I'm like, well, that's a nice color. I don't, it's not my place to judge other people. I'm having a hard enough time getting through this life by myself. I'll tell you what. We all have these little chapters of our life that we're not so proud of. And we all have, and maybe I'm talking to you, Brittany, who knows? Because you're like, me too, girl, trust me. Okay, but I'm just going to bring to attention a certain post that you posted today calling out somebody's life. A little bit of judgment going on there. I'm not going to lie. I felt a little bit of judgment reading that post that you posted on Facebook. Okay. I like talking about you usually, but let's talk about me. That's right. Absolutely. I don't know about that, Dorothy. I really don't. I really don't know about that, Dorothy. But anyways, I have been going through it. I know y'all know that I moved to South Dakota. And a really big reason that I moved to South Dakota was because I was running away from my own heartache. I was running away from memories of the very toxic relationship that I lived through that were just everywhere in my house. The memories were everywhere in my house. They were everywhere in my town. They were everywhere I went. I had memories of that relationship. So I really just decided to pick up and move somewhere completely different. I really just ran away. And that's the truth. I ran away, and people ask me, oh, what brought you to South Dakota? I was running away from a toxic environment, which I was. And I can admit that. I can truly admit that. And it's like I left Texas and I felt like I closed the door. But what I really did was I closed the door on myself. I closed the door and I said, well, I'm gonna heal myself in my own time. And I'm gonna do it in my own way. um, I look happier. Well, I am happier today, but it was a process, and I'm not healed. I will tell you that right now. I'm not healed. I'm not done. I'm not, but I am to the point where I can see why somebody would love me, and I can allow that into my life, right? Because obviously, Travis did not love me, since he put me through so much hell, and so that made me feel very unlovable, right? So when you can see why somebody would love you, then you're healed enough to maybe open that door on your heart, and maybe let yourself trust, let yourself trust your, and honestly, a person came into my life, and they were interested in me, and I was like, I don't know, I just don't think it's a good idea. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready at all for any of this. I'm very emotionally unavailable. I am not available for a romantic relationship. I'm not available to be emotionally attached to anyone, since I'm still trying to figure out how to love myself through what I allowed myself to be in. And that's really what it is, isn't it? Isn't life is just a series of forgiving yourself for the shit you let yourself fall into? Isn't that really what it is? Forgiving yourself, giving yourself grace, like being okay with yourself really is what it's about, isn't it? I feel like my life has been a series of being pissed off at myself, kicking myself, yelling at myself, talking to myself like, you stupid fucking idiot, you know, judging myself, right? Judging myself for the things that I've allowed myself to endure. Endure. Things I have endured. Things I have transpired through. Things that I have come out the other side of. Things that I've managed to conquer about myself. Fears that I've managed to just squash. I did that. I conquered my fear. Nobody else did. Right? And sometimes you have people in your life who will support you through that, who will be there and say, "Look, you're worth the time. You're worth the energy, and I definitely want to show you who I am, so you can see if you trust me." Wait a minute. My upper mind, my higher mind might say that I'm not ready, but my lower mind is passing out my phone number. Girl, wait a minute. Look, I understand this because I was emotionally unavailable. I was 100% emotionally unavailable. Does that mean that I did not have dating profiles? Of course I did. And I had them just to see what kind of interactions I would have with people, how I would communicate. I had to learn how to be myself again. I had to learn how to be okay with me. I had to learn how to interact with the opposite sex, because Travis fucked me up. Like, he really, really, I don't think y'all understand. He really, really messed me up. That was 4 years, almost from day one. Almost from day one. 4 years of emotional manipulation, emotional abuse, mental abuse, um, spiritual abuse. Like, literally, he beat me down spiritually. He really did. And that was a lot. that was a lot, you know. But yeah, I'm not going backwards. I've been under construction for a while. Angel, you and me both, sister. Anyways, I moved here in May, and I've been, yeah, sure, the dating profiles. I went on a few dates that immediately I said no to, which was standing up for me, honestly. It was absolutely a narcissist, Lori, 100%. Absolutely. And here I am, the empath in the story. Um, but I've been here since May, and I've gone on a couple of dates that just, but I said no. I said no to them. I said no to every single one of them. And knowing that I was emotionally unavailable, but I still had to put myself out there. I still had to push through that fear of rejection, right? And put myself out there so that I could see without his disillusioned mirror, without his funhouse mirror, so I can see my value reflected in other people. Does that make sense? It's like I had to see what people thought of me so that I could see the value in myself. And it's not that I only value myself because people see value in me. I know I'm valuable. I've always known that I'm valuable. I know I'm good at my job. This is my job. I know that I'm good at my job. I know that I'm a good mom. I know that I'm a good provider for my family. But there was the woman that wanted to be loved, needed to see that she was valued still, that I still had some value. And that reflection, the feedback that I was getting really boosted my confidence and made me come back to who I was, right? It made me realize that there was more to me than the emotional mental punching bag that he used, you know. And it made me realize that it was okay for me to trust people, you know. And I'm glad that I did. And I met somebody really nice, and I'm very happy about that. So that's all you're going to get out of me right now. But I feel like today my heart is opening, and I'm very happy about that, because when your heart is open, you truly project a light that changes the world, right? Truly. And I took a few months. Here it is, September. I moved here in May. I took a few months to heal. Like I tell everybody, don't just jump into another relationship. Don't just don't just let the first person that gives you attention be the next person, because you're going to be attracting the same type of lesson over and over again. If you don't do anything to heal yourself, you're going to be just dragging yourself right back through that same shit over and over again. And the hardest part for me right now, the hardest part for me has been trusting my own feelings. You know, um, that's really what it's been. Spirit's been telling me a lot about this guy. Spirit's been telling me a lot about him, but I don't believe any of my own, because I'm personally involved, right? I always have to take everything I hear with a grain of salt when it comes to myself, because I never know if maybe that's my ego influencing what I'm hearing. Maybe that's what I want to hear, right? Even though I'm not asking questions, I'm just getting information. But regardless of that, you never know, right? Lower expectations of love is the best advice. Only your children and pets will be there to bury you. Your children and pets also don't move on to the next. Oh, lower your expectations of love. I don't think anyone should have expectations. I really don't. I think when you have expectations of anyone, um, that you are setting yourself up for disappointment, honestly. I think the only expectations you have should be healthy boundaries. I think that you should have expectations for yourself. This is what I demand for myself, and if this is not what I'm receiving, then that doesn't work for me, you know? But if you go into a relationship expecting somebody to treat you any type of way, you're constantly going to be disappointed when they don't do that. And it's not like you're going to sit there and give them a list. Do this. And they don't know. They're just doing what they know how to do, right? I just I feel like I have expectations for what I will put into, like, this is what I know. This I'm going to put this into my relationship. This is what I know. My expectation of a relationship is not mental emotional abuse. I expect respect. I expect that. Absolutely. I do not I do not I refuse to allow somebody to treat me like they are, that I'm just a tool in their journey of life. I won't be that for anyone ever again. So I have a bigger purpose. I have a bigger purpose than that. More, I was just, no, absolutely do not lower the bar. Make a man, don't tell him to do it, but make sure he ticks all your boxes. Do not tell a man how to please you. Watch how a man tries to please you, or a partner or a woman or whatever. Do not tell somebody the right or wrong thing to do all the time, because they're going to do what you want them to do, not what they're prone to do. Let them be who they are. And then you decide from them being who they are, is this what I want? Do I want somebody that calls me from the car and won't let me hang up because I'm feeling anxious? Yes, I do. I do want that. I do. Healing. That's what we're constantly going through. I mean, how many times today did you yell at yourself mentally for something you did? You know, even if it's a little thing. Oh, I forgot to take the trash out when I went down, or oh, I didn't wipe up that spill right away and now it left a mark and I'm so stupid. There's so much that you're down on yourself about, so much you're judging yourself about, and it piles up into this. It piles up into, am I in your brain, Brittany? It piles up into this big, you know, like angry crowd of voices in your head that are just telling you you're the worst. You know, you ate a dumb donut. Well, I don't know how intelligent the donut is, but I would have been so grateful for a donut today. That sounds lovely. That's right. You do. And all of you do. All of you deserve the best. Every single one of you deserves the best. You deserve the best version of a person. And if somebody is going to lower their expectations so they're getting a lower version of a person, then that's what you deserve. If you don't think you deserve better, then by all means accept whatever trash rolls in with the storm. But sister, come on, okay? What you have survived, what you have endured, what your soul has put you through to make you a strong woman does not require you to lower the bar at all. Meet my energy. Meet me where I am, or don't meet me at all. Right? Ooh, Linda. Linda had a donut. Everybody had donuts but me. Healing your hearing story. I bet a lot of us feel help, but I hope so. Yes. Learn not to get your hopes too high. Well, when you hope for something, you're not demanding it. You're letting it be an option, right? That's not really having a healthy boundary either. That's not having healthy self-worth. Oh, I hope this person treats me right. No, they will or they won't. There is no hope for it. Okay? Alcohol definitely does. That's why I don't drink. I feel you, Brittany. I'm used to eating my feelings. I do that as well. I have not done that today. And I'm proud of myself for that. I have, yesterday was very emotional, and I had an ice cream sandwich before bed. Um, really wanted some chocolate. Chocolate makes me happy. So I did have an ice cream sandwich, but and half of a medium pizza for dinner. Several hours between those things. Medium pizza is just a small little pizza from, it's not really a lot of pizza, honestly, but I did eat a half a pizza. So it was delicious. I really enjoyed every bite of it. I love how Domino's puts like the garlic salt on the crust. That's my favorite. Laura lost 60 pounds. Good for you. That's awesome. I really don't eat donuts. That's why I like the taste of them, but to me they're so freaking sweet I can't handle them. I like the cake donuts. Thank you. Oh, he's sending me nice messages, making me cry. Man, get you right in the feels. Okay, stop it. You know I'm not comfortable with emotion. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Where were you? Like you said earlier, don't keep pouring from your glass if they don't pour. Sister, I'm telling you. I'm trying to be more comfortable with emotions, but I'm just not. Anyway. Oh, look, a cloud. Just kidding. Bud. Lori, I think I found your 60 pounds. Same, bud. You know what I realized, and I might sue my doctor. I'm not sure. I might just leave it alone. It's whatever. But my gynecologist, my OB, was supposed to leave my ovary inside of my body, so I still had my hormones. And I was going through. I found my paperwork and my lab results from my uterus and stuff that they sent off to the lab, and she took my ovary out. I only had one because I had to have one ovary removed in 2003 because there was a baby in there. So I had 2 tubes, but I only had one ovary. So it was in the pathology report. I'm like, that bitch. I'm new to your page. I promise you I'd be following you. You seem so sweet. Why, thank you, Angel. Oh, you're such a darling. Oh. I think we are purging our feelings. Oh, Wendy. He just touches my heart. He touches my heart in all the right places. So. Honestly, girl, think about, like, I didn't even know it was going to happen. She never said anything to me afterwards. I went in for my 6-week follow-up. She never was like, oh, by the way, you're going to go through menopause. No, all she said was, you feeling okay? Okay, great. See you later. That was it. She wasn't like, you need hormone replacement therapy. She didn't say anything. And then after that, man, I started putting on weight, putting on weight, putting on weight, putting on weight. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Nothing is I'm still going to the gym. I'm eating a good, reasonably good. What the hell is going on? And I started like my body was desensitized, which was the worst. Like I didn't care about sex. I didn't want to have sex. I didn't want to be touched. I just was like, well, I didn't care. And if I'd have known that was going to happen, I would have already done something, you know? But no, here it is. I had my stupid surgery in April, and it wasn't until freaking December that I'm like, I'm beating down the doctor's door. I didn't go to her, I went to a regular doctor and I was like, do my hormones. I want to see something's wrong with me. I knew something was wrong with me. I'm like, my hormones are all out of whack. Things are not okay. And they're like, they do a regular blood panel, like, oh, your hormones are fine. I'm like, no, they're fucking not. No, they are not. Because I am emotional. I was crying every single day. God, you guys know how I feel about crying. Not happy about crying. Not a crier, period. My face was my face is puffy today because I cried yesterday. I had my once a month. Yesterday I cried. My face was puffy all the time because I'm just so swelled up. It was a freaking disaster. She was supposed to leave my ovary in there and she didn't. She messed me up. Now I'm on hormone replacement therapy and I'm back to only crying once a month, but I'm pretty okay with that. It might be a little more often than that, but we're not gonna blow it out of proportion. It's okay. It's okay. Biopsy after biopsy for cancer cells and hysterectomy may be an option. I swear they better not. I feel like I need to make this note if that happens. Punch somebody out. I tell you what. Send me a spiritual ovary. When I ever read on that pathology report what appears to be an ovary because it had bumps on it or something, I don't know, I guess it had cysts on it, what appears to be an ovary, like what else would it be? It's at the end of the tube. What do you mean what appears to be an ovary? I swear to God, that would be her saving grace, just that what appears to be an ovary. But you don't have any. One tear in my face. Swear to God, Elspeth, okay, look, what I do normally, if my face gets super puffy because I looked online, I'll put an ice pack on my eyes to reduce the swelling. And then you can also do this number if your eyes are puffy to increase circulation. I know all the tricks. JK, you better not be. You have a rolling thing for your face? Yeah, you look at ovaries all day long? Well, I don't have a picture of it, Lori, but I mean, honestly, what appears to be an ovary? Michelle says I had to have a full hysterectomy and I'm on blood thinners the rest of my life, so I can't even take hormone replacements. Oh, that's horrible. Can you do the creams that you put on your arm? I have a vaginal suppository that I have to use. My doctor said it's safer that way because it doesn't go through your body and cause cancer. It goes right where it needs to be. Tea bags, warm tea bags. I would be worried about discoloration. Elspeth, having brown squares on my face. Would that give me what appears to be dark circles on my eyes? I don't think I would like that. I'm telling you, Brittany, women go through so much stuff, okay? And it's garbage. So think about everything that you've been through, I'm not even we're not even going to talk about the implication of that comment. But anyway, I got sidetracked. What were we even here doing? What I don't even remember what we were talking. Sister, I can't even. Um, Ovaries. We were talking about ovaries. It's hell being a woman. Honestly, my daughter gets her period, right? She's already got her period, and she, I always know when she's about to start her period because she will just have like a cry day, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna start your period soon. Your daughter told you not to say teabagging? Teabagging? That's not what it says, Misty. God. It's not. Fuck my life. Tea bags. I'm sorry. I'm in trouble. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, stop it. Good Lord. Y'all are killing me. What are we even doing? I should just go to bed. Obviously, I'm delusional. I should just go to sleep. It's late night with Miss. It's like, no. No, I didn't. Where do I see? Oh, come back. But come back. But. It's past my bedtime. I'm delusional. That's right. I'm seeing tea bagging where there's only tea bags. It's time for me to go. Anyway. Christ on a crutch. I'm going to go now. This has been fun. Oh, you have this shirt? You like this one? It says, you are my sun, my moon, and all of my stars. I don't remember where I got it. Maybe I got it on Amazon. I don't know. Bye, Kim. Have a good night. Yeah, it's adorable. Okay, I'm going to go to bed. You go to bed. You go to bed. I will be back tomorrow. I think we're going to do tarot cards tomorrow. I feel like doing tarot cards. Thank you all for being here. We're hanging out with me, asking spiritual questions. Of course, I'm available for private readings if you're interested. And I love you all so much. And thank you for spending the night with me. Thank you for spending the night with me.